Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my class, English for Business. This is the third session, and in this session, we're going to talk about grammar for business. And this is the first part. It means we're going to talk about half of them. Okay, so there are eight grammar rules for business, and this in this session, we're going to talk about rules one, two, four. Okay, but before talking about the rules, here I have 5 steps to understand English grammar and how to use it well. Okay, there are 5 steps to understand the grammar. First, look closely at the rule. Sometimes grammar rules are very complex, but the thing that you have to do is understanding it, not only memorizing it. Okay, so you have to understand the rule, so your accuracy will be better and much better in the future. And step two, read the example provided. We usually get some examples in grammar books, of course. So you will also easy to understand the grammar terms like um, subject, predicate, like adverb of time, and so on. Okay, so by reading the example provided in the grammar book, you will understand it easier. The third one, make your own example sentences for the rule. After you try to understand the rule, please apply it by using your own example sentences because practice makes perfect. Okay, so you have to practice it. And the fourth step is practice the rule by doing exercises. Exercise here means you have to like answer the questions by applying the rule of the grammar or any kind of questions provided in grammar books, like how you feel the blank part of a sentence completed with the correct phrase, okay, which is grammatically correct. And then the last one, but not the least, use the rule in writing and speaking. Of course, language is about how to write it and how to speak it. So please apply the rules in your daily writing, for example. And of course, next time you can apply it in your formal writing or formal conversation, right? Okay. So in this session, as I told you, we will be discussing four grammar rules in business. Okay, the first one is passive voice, and then the second one is modal verbs. The third one, the use of will, and the fourth one is conditional sentences. Okay, let's start from passive voice. Okay, in Bahasa Indonesia, we also know active and passive voice or kalimat aktif and kalimat pasif. So it's the same in English. We also have that. Okay, what is the difference? Look at the example first here. The first sentence and the second one. The first sentence is in active form, and the second one is in passive form. Okay, look at the first sentence. We will postpone the meeting. It's active because someone, it's not someone. Okay, we, the subject, we will do something. Okay, that is postpone the meeting. Will postpone the meeting. Okay, so we focus on what we will do. All right. While the second sentence, look at this sentence, the meeting will be postponed. So, uh, of course, in this sentence, we focus on the meeting itself. It doesn't matter who will do that. Okay. So the important information here that the meeting will be postponed. So passive voice focus to uh, the action, not to the person, not to the doer. So it doesn't matter, we'll do that. Okay, and you can see the pattern here. Always use verb 3 and to be before the verb. All right. The second one is modal verbs. So we're going to use the modal verbs for permission, request, and suggestion. Okay, let's see. The first one is permission. You can use can, may, or could. Okay, look at the example here. And I'm going to highlight the two examples here, can and could. Look at the sentences. Can I help you with that product? And could I ask a few questions about your presentations? Okay, so the difference is that can and could. As we know that could is the past form of can, but it doesn't mean that this one, the could one, is used to ask permission in the past. It doesn't mean that. So it means when you find this kind of sentence using could in the form of question, it means that the sentence is quite more polite than can. So can is just normal and could is more polite. Okay. Now the second one is request. So the same as the permission. Request means you ask someone to do something. Permission, you ask someone's permission that you need to do something. Okay. And here you can see you can use can and will and could and would. And as I told you, if we use modal verbs in past form, it means these ones are more polite than these ones. Okay. Now, the third one is suggestion. We can use should and could. You should try to talk slowly when giving presentations. Suggestion means that you don't force someone to do that. Okay, it's different from request. It has different feels. Okay, request it means you ask someone to do that. Okay, but suggestion is just suggestion. They can do that or not. It depends or it ups to them. It's up to them. Okay. And let's see the third rule, the use of will. Don't use will after words or phrase refers to time, such as when, after, before, and as soon as, etc. Okay, adverb of time. Look at the example here. Don't forget to email me when you will get the results. Don't use will here. So the correct sentence is don't forget to email me when you get the result. Okay, so don't use this with this. Don't use when and will together. All right. Now, the fourth one is conditional sentence. Conditional sentence mean kalimat pengandaian in bahasa Indonesia. So there are three kinds or three types of conditional sentence here, type 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to talk about them. And conditional sentence is kind of a complex sentence, and it is made up of two parts. They are if clause and main clause. The part starting with the word if is if clause, and another part is main clause. And remember, also do not use will in the if clause. So if the sentence contains if, don't use will in that sentence. All right. And normally, conditional sentence consists of two sentences. So the one sentence is if clause and the other one is main clause. Okay, now look at the type one. And this is for real actions that happen in the present or future. So it means this probably happen in the future or at present. Okay, look at the pattern here. Because it is possible, we can use present tense. Okay, if he sends you the report, it's very possible that he sends the report in the future. Okay, make sure you let me know. Okay, this one also present tense because this is very possible. While type 2, this is unreal actions happening in the present. Something happened in the present, but it's impossible to happen. I mean, as I told you that this is pengandaian seandainya. Okay, so if means here seandainya. Well, look at the example here. If you were hired, so we use past tense for something that is not happening at the present. Okay, use past tense. I would be his colleague. Also use past future tense for something that you will do, you would do. But it's impossible, okay, because it doesn't happen or it's not happening at present. So if he were hired, I would be his colleague. Well, it means that he is not hired. So he is not, so I am not, sorry, so I am not his colleague or he is not my colleague. Okay. And the third type is for unreal actions happening in the past. Something happened, something that wish happened uh, in the past. Okay. We wish that it happened in the past. Okay. For that, you use past perfect tense and the main clause in the past perfect future tense. A bit confusing, I know. Okay, just look at the example here. If he had been my supervisor, I would have told him why I couldn't reach my target. If he had been my supervisor, the fact is, he was not my supervisor in the past. So I didn't told him why I couldn't reach my target. Okay, so the fact is the opposite of the conditional sentence or the conditional statements. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just lost my connection. Okay. So here is the quote about grammar. Only in grammar it can be more than perfect. That's what William Safire says. And thank you so much for attending my class. See you in the next session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.